Let me get set up here. Awesome. Okay. Hello, you guys. I am Anthony Cristiano. I serve as the president of this club. I am a computer science major and general lover of math. This may come as a bit of maybe something that you don't agree with, but I'd like to convince you that it is something to love and embrace. This is a normal piece of paper, and you can see it's no trickery. This is just a normal piece of paper. When I go like this, it is a cylinder. It has two sides. Can we all agree on this?
Yes.
Now when I go like this, it becomes something entirely different. How many sides does this have?
2.
This has one side. You can draw a continuous line on this forever and ever, and never hit the other side. This is called a Mobius strip. It is a 3D representation of a 4D object. Pretty dang cool. Ladies and gentlemen, fellow Toastmasters, distinguished guests, I would love to talk to you about math. Now, mathematics, I was doing some research, is generally not very liked. I don't know why. I'm not sure. Maybe some of you can have some insight on this, but this seemed to be the general consensus on what math stood for some reason. Mental abuse to humans. Now, I think this is completely wrong. And I'm not sure why I'm off with math gets, a laugh, so that's cute. Whereas I'm off with reading gets some weird, awkward silence, some stares. Why is math different? Why can we say that I hate math, I was never born to do math, and thus I don't do it? But we can't say that for any other skill. Now, a study published in PLOS1, the Public Library of Science, in 2012, found that when people were propositioned with the idea of doing a math problem, it actually invoked the same region in the brain that controls pain. Essentially, math is painful to these people. Why? Why? I don't understand. Now, some people think that math is an inborn skill. Some people are born with it. Some people just aren't born with it. This is completely wrong, in my opinion. Why do we marginalize it and ourselves by considering it a gift given to some, but not to others? In this speech, I hope to talk to you a little bit about maybe why we marginalize it, why it's important not to, and why we should reconsider our opinion on math. So I was looking into some standardized test scores, and even though standardized test scores don't represent intelligence overall, they do give us some insight as to how we compare to other nations and how our youth do. So this is a test between 4th and 8th graders, which actually shows that the United States is pretty fairly above the normalized center point, so pretty much the average. So this shows that our kids are doing just as well, even better, than some of the other nations in the world. However, when we get to high school, our scores drop dramatically. We're well below the average. We're below the Slovak Republic. Now, I don't mean to be racist toward anyone in the Slovak Republic, but we're Americans. We should be better than the Slovak Republic in mathematics. Mathematics is one of the most essential skills in today's modern marketplace, and we are slacking behind the Slovak Republic. Why is this? Well, the difference between these two is between 4th and 8th graders and between high schoolers. So something happens in high school that draws us away from our love of mathematics. Upon further research, I found that Patricia Linehan of Purdue University outlined 2 fundamental theories of intelligence: the incremental and the entity. I was looking for a really cool picture to represent these, maybe some brains with some cages around them, but I found this. Incremental is the thought that we are continuously learning. We have the ability to learn over time, and there is no limit to how much we can learn. Whereas entity is the thought that we are as smart as we're ever going to get, and we're never going to get any smarter. The entity is pretty much the I'm not good at math people, whereas the incremental is those who work hard at it and know that any skill is obtainable. There was a further Stanford research by Lisa Blackwell, who says that in her study of incremental and entity-based people in elementary school, I believe, found that those who think incrementally did considerably better on all grades, even outside of mathematics. So those who think that they can get continuously smarter do. So why do we hate math? Why do Americans find math so boring? Why is it funny that we suck at math? Why is that the way that it is? Quite simply, we learn it awfully in school. We are taught the absolute wrong way. So if we don't enjoy something, we don't put time into learning it. I don't put time into fixing cars. I am not a mechanic. But that's because I don't put time into fixing cars. I don't say I was not born without the ability to fix cars. It's simply a matter of putting effort into that specific subject. Our brains are the muscles of our body, and we need to exercise them however we can. This is similar to if we were taught art in the way that we're taught mathematics. We would spend 12 years memorizing color theory, art history, and how to clean paintbrushes before getting to college, where we learn how to paint a picture. That's wrong. That is not the way that we should be learning math. Because math is so cool. Math is beautiful. And I want to tell you why. I've already showed you the Mobius strip here, which is pretty awesome. This is a Klein bottle, which is similar to the Mobius strip. This is a bottle that is defined within itself. So check it out. It's pretty cool. It's also relevant in machine learning. In computer science and statistics, we can actually teach machines to be smart. We can teach them to get better over time. Mathematics is crazy essential, crazy fun, and everywhere. It's in nature. It's all around us. Here we have a seashell, which beautifully demonstrates a Fibonacci sequence. We have some hexagonal B shells, some pretty awesome looking hills. Just math is absolutely endless and very, very essential today. So what can you do as a college student, perhaps graduating soon? What can you do based on this speech? I ask that you reconsider your opinion on that. Look into it on your own. Don't go into memorizing algebra tables, times tables, whatever. Give it a second chance. Take a class on it next semester if you can. I promise you it'll be fun, hard, but rewarding. It'll expand your mind and change the way that you solve problems. Math is all around us. We have to stop pretending that it's something we can ignore. Mr. Toastmaster.
You gotta follow that.